minimum wage sa Australia. Kaya bang mag-survive at meron bang maiipon? Ako si Marvin at isa akong immigrant dito sa Australia. Gusto kong pag-usapan yung cost of living dito sa Australia kasi ang Australia ay isa sa most expensive countries to live at ayon kay Expatisa na isang database website, ang Australia ay nasa top 10 at ito nga ay number 5 nung ginagawa ko ang video na to. So, mahalagang maunawaan ang cost of living dito sa Australia kung papunta ka rito or nagbabala kang pumunta dito bilang isang immigrant o di kaya naman bilang isang international student upang mapaghandaan mo ito. At gusto ko siyang pag-usapan in the perspective of minimum wage earner. Kaya without further ado, let's dive into it. Ito sa tingin ko yung mga essential needs na kailangan mong paglaanan ng budget pagdating mo dito sa Australia. Unang-una yung food or groceries, rent. Ito yung pinakamalaking portion. Samahan mo na rin ng utilities, yung electricity, gas, and water. And then, in terms of communication, syempre, internet. Then, yung mobile SIM plan or yung phone natin. Transportation, ito, mahalaga rin to. Medical insurance or yung hospital cover or ambulance. Ito, mahalaga to. Hindi naman kasi natin alam kung kailan tayo magkakasakit o kung may mangyaring masama sa atin or na-aksidente tayo, knock on woods. Kung gusto mong maging fit, pwede mo na rin isama yung gym. And then, eating out, kailangan mo rin to. Like, for example, going out with your friends or mga workmates mo or as a family, going out together. So, ang gagawin natin dito is 2 cases. Yung isang case or let's say case 1 ay for a single. Yung mag-isa ka lang. Yung another case is, we'll say case 2. Ito yung for a family of 4. And titingnan natin yung mga expenses. Sa food and groceries, ang average consumption, yung mag-isa ka lang, usually nag-range siya up to $450. And for a family of 4, it's around $1,000. Sa groceries, pwede mo ring check online yung prices kung gusto mo rin talaga ng more accurate budgeting. Dito sa Australia, merong 2 big supermarkets, Coles at Woolworths. Ito kung gusto mo ng more accurate estimate ng budget mo for your groceries, lalo na sa mga food items, check mo sa Woolies website, taka sa Woolworths website. Type mo lang, halimbawa, search mo yung product na gusto mo. Medium grain rice, halimbawa ito, $38. Add to cart, ganun lang. And then, ganun ulit. Ito naman, halimbawa, chicken. Ayan, add to cart. So, pinipili ko lang siya randomly. Ang Woolworths or Woolies, meron ding application. So, pwede mong i-download sa yung smartphone, iPhone, or kaya sa yung Android device. And then, pwede ka na rin doon mag-estimate. Kung gusto mo namang Coles, meron din sa Coles. Ganun din. Punta ka sa website or kaya download mo yung app. Sa rent naman, ito kasi, subjective to eh. Depende kung saang location ka. Pwede ka kasing mapunta ng CBD, like for example, within sa CBD nung Sydney, Melbourne, or kaya Brisbane. Or pwede din naman sa regional areas. Depende rin yung price nung property, kung gaano ba to kalaki, like kung ilang bedrooms at kung may mga spaces pa ba, like for example, may backyard or kaya just a simple unit or apartment. Ang conservative na budget renting a property is $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month is a very conservative figure. You might pay less or more, pero $2,000 is a conservative number. Pwede mo ring ma-estimate yung rent sa realestate.com.au. Halimbawa ito, Blacktown sa New South Wales. Makikita mo na yung price ng property per week. So halimbawa ito, $420 per week. Since hindi ko naman talaga alam kung saan yung location mo, search mo na lang kung saang location ka talaga. Ang realestate.com.au, meron din silang application at pwede mong ma-download sa yung smartphone. At saka very interactive tong realestate.com.au dahil pwede kang mag-search through map. So itong map na to, kung nakikita mo yung mga red marks na yan, yan yung mga properties for rent. Sa utilities, usually ang billing cycle dito sa Australia ay every quarter or every 3 months. Itong mga figures na to is a good budget. $250 for a single and $400 for a family of 4. For internet, pwede na yung $80 for a single and ganun din for a family of 4. May mga service providers na you would pay around $70 or even $65 per month. For mobile SIM plan, $50 per month for a single. For a family of 4, just double it. Sa transportation, around $200 per month. A rough estimate would be $10 per day using the public transportation. Kung papasok ka ng work mo, let's say 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month, $200 for a single. Kung with family naman, for a family of 4, kung mag-asawa kayo, $400. Ito yung public transportation ngayon. Kung personal car naman, kailangan mong bumili ng sasakyan. Depende na rin yung presyo kung brand new ba ito o second hand. Pero mostly nung nagsisimula dito sa Australia, ang kinukuha nga ay used car. Kailangan mo rin to pay for the registration and yung insurance na rin. At saka ang isa pang expenses when owning a personal car is yung parking. Lalo na sa CBD, medyo mahirap maghanap ng parking. So for the purpose of this budgeting, let's just consider public transportation. Ito, mahalaga to. Medical insurance or yung hospital cover na may kasamang ambulance. Usually, nasa $120 for a single, and for a family of 4, nasa $300 per month. Pwede din naman kung ambulance cover lang, which is around $50 to $70 per month. Pero consider na natin yung hospital cover sa ating budget. If you want to stay fit, ang gym membership ay around $25 per week, so it would equate to $100 per month. With a family of 4, you might pass with the gym, so sabihin na lang natin 0. Eating out would be around $250. For a family, around $600. Ang total is for a single $3,500, and for a family of 4, that would be $4,880. Let's say $5,000. Ito yung rough budget. $3,500 a month for a single, $5,000 for a family of 4. Ang minimum wage sa Australia ay $23.23 per hour. Sabihin na nating $24 per hour. Ang magiging annual salary for a $24 per hour with 38 hours a week ay 24 times 38 times 52, which is 1 year, is $47,424. Sabihin na nating $47,500. $47,500 is the annual salary for a minimum wage in Australia with $24 per hour with 38 hours work week. Para makalculate natin yung monthly salary, punta tayo sa Pay Calculator website. Sa Pay Calculator website, input lang natin yung $47,500 annual salary. Eto, makikita natin yung monthly salary na $3,386, or sabihin na lang natin na $3,400. So ayan, $3,400 for a minimum wage of $24 per hour in 38 hours a week. So ngayon, i-compare natin yung monthly income natin na $3,400 sa ating budget. Kung titingnan natin yung ating budget for a single, which is $3,500 per month, ay short nga ng $100 for a $3,400 income per month. Pero wag kang mag-alala, may paraan tayo dyan. Kung titingnan natin yung budget natin, ang rent, which is $2,000, ito yung pinaka malaking portion, which is almost 60% ng ating income. At ito yung i-reduce natin. Ganito kasi yan, karamihan kasi nang nagsisimula dito sa Australia ay nakikitira muna, or yung isang option ay yung shared accommodation. Kaya gawa tayo ng isa pang case, which is case 3. Tawagin natin siyang single shared accommodation. Sa shared accommodation, makakakuha ka ng room around $1,000, and this is a very good budget. Usually sa shared accommodation, ang utilities ay included or free. Ganon din yung internet. In most cases, ang internet ay included sa mga shared accommodation. Ngayon, kung titingnan natin, ang magiging total natin ngayon for case 3 with shared accommodation, $2,170. $2,170 is less than the $3,400 minimum wage income monthly. $1,230. Ito yung difference ng income natin sa ating budget. Ito yung potential savings natin in case of minimum wage earning $24 per hour dito sa Australia. Sa case 2 naman, for a family of 4, times 2 lang. Ang flatmates.com.au ay kilalang website for shared accommodation dito sa Australia. Check mo based on your target location for pricing and for the budget. Marami ding nagpo-post sa mga Facebook groups dito sa Australia for shared accommodation, kaya check mo na lang. lagi nating tatandaan na yung expenses natin ay nagdedepende sa ating lifestyle choice. Yung mga figures dito ay indicative at for reference upang magkaroon tayo ng idea kung magkano yung mga gastusin dito sa Australia. Nung papunta ako ng Australia 6 years ago, ang ginawa kong baseline for my budgeting is yung minimum wage dahil ito yung pinaka-worst case na pwedeng mangyari. Yung minimum wage naman ay hindi naman forever at kung professional at skilled ka pagpunta mo rito, most likely far way more than the minimum wage ang magiging salary mo. Maraming salamat sa iyong panonood at kung may tanong ka patungkol sa pagmamigrate dito sa Australia, post mo lang dyan sa comment section and I'll be happy to answer as much as I can. Please like and share at kung maaari, subscribe na rin and see you in my other videos. Bye!